The recent Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit hit a high note of international cooperation and multilateralism. Today we are joined by Djoomart Otorbaev, former Prime Minister of Kyrgyz Republic, professor at the Belt and Road School at Beijing Normal University, to decode the important implications of this year's summit. Welcome to Straight Talk. Hello, Professor. Welcome to the show. The SCO has connected the landlocked nations in Central Asia to the broad market of East Asia. How would you evaluate the strategic importance of SCO?
Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or SCO, is a unique organization which was started a little bit more than 20 years ago. And the founding members were 4 Central Asian states, Russian Federation and China. It was quite modest approach, trying to look for the situation with the security in Central Asia, related as well to situation in Afghanistan, when in the early 2000s, there was a war on terror in Afghanistan. But if we look for the progress which SCO achieved during these 20 years, it is remarkable. So soon after progress and work which was started, more countries decided to join Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and among them were India and Pakistan, huge countries of South Asia. With that, organization became really global, not only in Greater Central Asia or Eurasia, but around the world. And the last summit, which held in September, middle of September 15 and 16 in Samarkand in Uzbekistan, again demonstrated enormous potential of this organization. Many countries decided to join SCO. And in Samarkand, Iran, another huge Eurasian country, was accepted as a full member of SCO. And Belarus received invitation to become full member of SCO. Besides, few other countries are either observers in SCO or dialogue partners. And remarkable event also we observed during the last summit is that such countries as Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and United Arab Emirates decided to be dialogue partners. Among others, there are, for instance, Mongolia. So the dynamic of this institution itself demonstrating that this institution, this organization is a big success. So it's ambitious task to unite, in some sense, countries of Greater Central Asia, and more countries in other continents, like in Africa, Egypt, decided to be closer to this organization, to participate in the summits and other events, and with that, to be together for many, many years to come. So for Central Asian countries, this development is especially important. As you rightly mentioned, our countries are landlocked. We don't have access to ocean. And that is why our chance to cooperate with the countries like China, Russia, or Iran, which have all access to ocean, is very important. For us, question of connectivity, question of efficient trade is the question of survival. So we are really optimistic in my region on development of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So success of organization does not mean that we have to enjoy. We have to work hard to make these arrangements even more efficient. For all parties will be members of this organization. So everything looks good, but a long way to the future, and hard work is between us all.
The 20th National Congress of the Communist Party of China will convene in Beijing soon. What is your expectation for the meeting?
China is the second economy in the world. It's big. It has an incredible progress in the last 40 years. unbelievable, never seen in a world history. China is bordering us. We were living together for centuries and centuries, for generations and generations. Nobody can ignore China, especially its neighbors. On the contrary, we see in Chinese renovation big opportunities for us to develop quicker as region, as neighbors, as friends, as partners. And everybody knows that China, Communist Party of China is a dominating force and show its high efficiency in managing of the country, in helping people, in bringing country out of poverty. So all world would be in October listened what would happen in a 20th Congress of Chinese Communist Party, because principles of Chinese Communist Party is that you establishing 5 years program of very concrete, precise details. What will be next? What were in the past analysis of positive and negative phenomenon, but most importantly, what would happen in China within next 5 years? Very important for all of us. As we realizing now that preparation is going on a quite efficient phase. It will be national debates on what would be the output of the Chinese Communist Party Congress. So all decision makers around the world are really looking what would happen, what would be the main tasks which party will place in front of it in order to achieve within 5 years' time, which is quite considerable time frame. So we as neighbors really looking for successful, dynamic, positive country as China it is now, but it will be even bigger in the future. So success of China means that it will be successes around China as well. And we as strategic partners really wishing for the Chinese Communist Party 20th Congress great success.
The SCO should strengthen cooperation between developing and developed countries, and Central Asia, as a bridge between China and Europe, sees enormous potential in its future development, according to Mr. Otorbaev. Thanks for watching Straight Talk. Please stay tuned for our next episode.